What happened?
You were talking about going all 8 rounds.
Yeah, I had one to get the knockout, but I knew that I was in shape to go all 8 and look good all 8. And I think I did a really good job. We had a long, hard training camp, and the main thing is just not about winning, but it's about looking good and winning. I've been getting compliments already, like people saying they know that I know how to box and good combinations and stuff like that. When usually I just go out there and I can get it over with. I can stop the girls and TKO them, but I got to show a lot more this fight in 8 rounds, and I feel good. I don't need to fight a box.
So how hard is it to train for someone just in a week or so? Someone you didn't know, but you have to go back to basics.
No, the thing is, I never train for my opponents. I train it like I'm fighting against myself. I train like I'm getting in there to fight a girl who has just as much power, skill, and speed as myself. And it kind of X the opponent out, no matter if I knew about the opponent a month before or 3 days or a week, whatever the case may be, I'm training to fight against the best, and the best is myself. So I haven't learned how to beat myself yet. So when I learn that, then I guess I'll train to beat somebody else. But right now, it's just me.
Were you surprised that she was able to take as many punches and as much punishment as she took over those 8 rounds?
I wasn't surprised because when I heard when he announced it, he said IBF heavyweight. She's the IBF heavyweight champion. When girls come down from bigger weight classes to smaller weight classes, they usually can take a lot more. You know what I mean? So when I was hitting her, as soon as the first round started, I seen that she knew what she could take. She knew she was strong, and she knew she could take a punch. So I landed a lot of clean shots. I thought maybe that the fight should have been called off, but if she stood there, she took it all, she lasted. So I respect her for that, and I respect the ref. So it's all good.
What was your focus throughout the entire fight to keep you strong?
Combination of listening to my corner. I kept hearing him say, we got counts that he called out, and the counts he were calling, whenever I heard him, I would throw it. And it was like everything was open. I threw some good combinations. I show a lot of my skills that I usually don't get the opportunity to show. So I feel like I did a really good job.
Great job, excellent.
We're coming from Flint, and with all the news that's been coming out there lately about the water and stuff, how do you feel in terms of making this kind of news tonight?
That's why I wear blue. Okay. So they won't forget about the water crisis. We're in a water crisis, and we want to beat the water crisis, keep sending us water, send us construction people to help fix the water pipes if you want to. And, just keep Flint in your prayers, not just with the water, but a lot of stuff that we got going on in our city, with the deaths and the murders and stuff like that. Keep the good ones in your prayers, the ones who actually need that extra, lift to actually make it. And that's what I feel like I am for my city. I'm that little bit of hope in a very dark place that we live in. So that's just how I just try to be some good news besides all the bad news that we have.
How much stronger and confident you getting though? It seems like every fight you've been showing off something new and new. How much more confident are you getting with each experience?
I'm ready to take somebody you know what I mean? I don't know. I fought a girl, she was 4-1-1 today. My next fight, we're trying to get the actual super middleweight champ, Nikki Adler. She's 16-0 with 9 knockouts. I want her. I want to take her out here in Detroit. You know what I mean? As soon as she signed the contract, we can make that fight happen. And I'm going to train so I can knock her out because you got to knock out the champ to get the belt.
How far down the road is that?
August 4th. August 4th.
That's the next fight?
It's going to be here in Detroit?
I believe so. Maybe at a bigger venue. I don't know which venue, but it will be here in Detroit. This is where I'm based at when I box. And after I win the belt, I'll have some fights in Flint, but we'll go back and forth between Flint and Detroit and work our way up to, selling out New York. Vegas. I like New York better than Vegas.
Do Vegas.
You with the 2 minutes on the rounds for the ladies?
Say it again?
Any issues with you on the 2-minute rounds for the women in the sport right now?
No, I thought the first round was 3 minutes.
I noticed that.
That was a long round.
That
was a long round.
Good thing that I'm in shape. But you know what? I really don't have people need to realize that boxing is you need the ones that are smart last longer. If I had to box 2 minutes to make the same amount of money that I'm gonna box in 3 minutes, I'm gonna choose 2 minutes every time.
That's right. Do you think she would have had a problem with you though if that extra minute was there the way you were working over at the end of some of the rounds?
I don't care about none of that. 2 minutes. I'm a smart fighter. We only got a couple years in this sport. If I got, like I said, 2 minutes every round. If you talking about 36 minutes compared to 24, I pick 24. I'm good with the 2 minutes. I'm fine. I don't need an extra minute to bounce around. I'm a big girl.
Yesterday, you thought you would be out in 4. Were you surprised you had to go all 8?
I'm never surprised. I trained I trained to go 8 rounds, and I told my coach that. He's like, I want her out first round, second round. I was like, look, I'll go out there and I'll put it on like I do everybody else, but if she don't go, I know I'm not going. I understand. I know that I'm in shape. I know that I trained hard. He didn't have to call me every morning to go run. Sometimes he called me, I already had ran. Sometimes he called me, I was still in bed and got up to go run after he called me. But either way it goes, I knew that I was in shape. I had some great sparring partners. Everybody pushed me to the limits, and whenever I felt like I didn't want to train, I always just called somebody and somebody told me to get to the gym. So I had a really good training camp, and I'm happy I got 2 weeks off, and I get to go see Andre Ward fight tomorrow.
What's your diet like?
Grilled, everything grilled, no fried food, no mashed potatoes or whites. Actually, for this camp, I changed my whole diet up. I ate, I used to eat like white rice and stuff. Everything was brown, so brown rice, brown wheat bread, grilled chicken, grilled fish, turkey burgers. Everything was more of just like on that side, a lot of asparagus and spinach.
How much discipline did it take? Because at a point you knew that it wasn't going to be 3 rounds or 4 rounds. You thought it might go the distance. Was there a certain point that you had to just be disciplined and not try to go for too much because you were ahead, obviously, on most of the cards?
No, I tested her around. I tested her chin every round. I tried to get her out every round. I was like, you know what? I think I see an open shot to get her out. I'm gonna try it. Tried it. She was still there. I tried another combination. She was still there. I was like, well, if she gonna keep taking it, I'm gonna keep dishing it. So I was fine. I feel good.
I noticed when they said 10 seconds, you went crazy.
After every round.
Yeah.
You're right. Because that's what I wanted to surprise her. She all tired, huffing and puffing the last 10 rounds, and I'm punching her, letting her know the round ain't over yet. We got 10 more seconds. So just in case if they thought the round was close, she ain't one last 10 seconds. Yep, every round. Yep, and I'm gonna do that my next fight too.
How you grade yourself tonight?
I gotta watch it. I really do. I felt like I gotta watch it. How I felt like I did. I hate getting tired in fights, so I didn't get tired. That's the only way that I would grade myself down. But if anything, I just say B for right now because I haven't watched it. But I think I did really good. I can't wait to watch the footage.
2 more questions.
Be proud to let the world know you're from Flint.
Yeah. Always proud to let the world know that I'm from Flint. I'm from Flint, Michigan, born and raised. I started boxing when I was 11 years old. I'm 22. I won my first Olympic gold medal when I was 17. My second one when I was 21. And it's just like, with my background and how I was growing up, I'm not supposed to be a world champ. I'm not supposed to be a 2-time Olympic gold medalist. I'm supposed to be somebody that's broken, but God blessed me and he saved me. And
What would you like to say to all your fans and your supporters?
thank all you guys for coming out, to all my fans and my supporters and my family. And I want to pray that you guys come out again. And just keep me in your prayers. And whenever you feel like sending me a good word of encouragement, just go ahead and send it to my social media. I'm all over the place.
What do you have to say to the kids at Burston to work out with?
FWC for life.
Thank you, everybody.
Are you gonna stay super middleweight? Since you dropped names earlier on the last couple fights, you dropped Hammer's name.
I wanted to fight Christina Hammer, but she wants to wait till mid next year. But I want a WBC green belt. This is the WBC silver green belt. I want the after WBC. So if Nikki Adler will fight before Christina Hammer, I'll fight Nikki Adler. But the fight between me and Christina Hammer is probably the mega fight. So we're building that up. But I want to fight her soon, but she wants to wait till mid next year. So.
Well, I talked to Nikki earlier, and she said, "Good luck today. Obviously, you accomplished
Nikki
that."
Adler?
Adler.
Cool.
And she was looking forward to that challenge.
Yeah,
So-
me too. She's definitely a champ, and I like her. I look forward to fighting her. I
Good
do.
stuff. Good stuff.
Thank you, everybody.
All right.
Thanks. Congratulations. Yeah, if you still want to take pictures and